Nathan Drake is the greatest video game character of all time. And yes, I have proof. And no, I'm not biased. So in today's video, I'm going to be explaining thoroughly on why I think Nathan Drake is the greatest character to ever cross video games. And I'm going to be using all the proof I have and all the crazy encounters this guy has been through in every single game. Let's get started. So the first game we're going to be talking about is, well, Uncharted 1. To be honest, not many crazy stuff happens in Uncharted 1.
Stop the cap.
Okay, that was a lie, but compared to the other Uncharted games, this one's kind of like mid. Don't get me wrong, this game still has some really crazy stuff. That stuff is not as crazy as in the other games. You'll see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to be starting off with the plane crash scene. Like I said, Uncharted 1 doesn't have the most craziest moments out of all the games. You know what, let me just explain what's happening here. So I don't really want to spoil anything, but pretty much these two are on a plane and they suddenly start getting like shot down. You know, nothing too major, just like one of their propellers is on fire. Meanwhile, Elena's recording all of this while my boy Nate over here is fearing for his life. So afterwards, Elena finally decides to jump out the plane with, of course, her camera, because she's a journalist or some shit. I don't even know. Meanwhile, Nate is still flying a burning plane for some reason. Like, bro, you need to get out of there now.
What am I doing?
Yeah, bro, what are you doing? So he finally decides to jump right, but Nathan Drake being Nathan Drake has a hole in his parachute. So not slowing down, he's going legs first into the depths of the woods. Now, this is why he's known as one of the luckiest characters in all of fiction, because how did he survive this? And even after all that, he doesn't even take a little minute to rest. He just drops down and starts scratching his ass and gets ready to go fight some more people. Now that might not be as insane of a scene as what you guys were expecting, but I just wanted to kind of set up a baseline of the kind of stuff he goes through. So these next couple of scenes I'm going to be talking about, this takes his game onto like a whole nother level. Now these parts of the game scared me when I was playing this when I was a little kid, and you guys will see exactly why. Before I start my analysis, I just want you guys to watch this clip.
Jesus, what is that? We're dead! We're all dead!
I mean, do you guys see this frame? Look at the way he's wrapped around him. So yeah, pretty much zombies just come out of underground. Like from literally nowhere, they just like pop up and start boxing. Now that I look back, I actually really love this scene, because it's one of those moments where the hero and villain work together to defeat a bigger threat.
Jake, if we don't make it out of here, I just want you to know, I hate your guts.
Yeah, likewise, pal. Now let's do this.
Yo, I was actually genuinely so hyped when they did this. So these two pretty much just ran around shooting all the zombies. These two really thought they were Optimus and Ratchet. Mind you, these two were beefing almost the whole game. So anyways, towards the end, Eddie sadly dies, gets folded by a zombie. Like, my boy literally gets dragged into the underworld. So the main point I wanted to talk about is that there were literally zombies in this game, bro. My bad, I freaked out a little bit. But like, zombies in a treasure hunting game, come on. And it worked out so well, bro. Good job, Naughty Dog. So when the zombies were introduced, this game becomes like a full-on horror game. Like, bro, just watch this clip right here. So the main takeaway for this whole zombie part is I just can't fathom the idea that this regular dude is going toe-to-toe with zombies. You guys are seeing this, right? This game literally turned into Resident Evil. And before you guys say, oh, well, Leon Kennedy is just a regular human too. First off, my man's a cop. He has like combat and gun experience, right? Also, I refuse to believe Leon is human, but I'm gonna be talking about that in another video. Now that we talked about Uncharted 1, it's time to get into the good stuff. That's right, it's time to talk about Uncharted 2. It was really difficult to narrow down only two things from this game that were crazy, but I sat on my thinking chair and got to work. Before I talk about the first one, let me just give you guys some context. So Nate's main goal in this game is to get to Shambhala. So way later in the game, you start to see these Shambhala guardians, which are like humanoid monster things. I don't even know how to explain them. And yes, he fights every single one of them. Well, sort of, but yeah, that's besides the point. So what I wanted to talk about is this Yeti fight scene. Yes, bro. A whole Yeti. So this is a form of one of those Shambhala guardians I was talking about earlier. So right away, my boy Tenzin gets laid out just like that. And even while he's down, this Yeti is still pounding him. Like, relax, dude. So this whole fight, Nate is just like shooting at it with his gun, hoping it would do something. Yeah, it does nothing. So I just want to take a moment to analyze thoroughly what's going to happen next. So this beast sprints towards Nate, picks him up, and does the most lethal takedown I've ever seen. Like, you guys see those ice shards? He then proceeds to pick him up. And not only does he give him the one piece, he also gives him the second piece on the house. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I don't think anyone is surviving two full-on punches from a whole ass Yeti. But after that, you're just trying to survive, you know, run around, not get tickled by this Yeti. But of course, this guy has to do one last devastating ass blow. So he picks you up again and like knocks off your gun. He gives you one last punch in the face. Just when you think it's over, my boy Tenzin pulls up. I know that music is definitely not edited. He can just do that. Look at this guy shaking him like he's from London or something. My boy Tenzin saved us and freaking made the Yeti scared and like ran away and shit, bro. W Tenzin. There's another Yeti fight scene after this where they kind of get jumped, but I don't want to make this video too long. Plus, it's time to talk about the greatest scene in Uncharted 2. That's right, the hotel room scene. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's obviously the train scene. What? Why are you guys booing, bro? What?
You suck.
Alright, who said that? Who said that? Was that you? Don't ever boo me again, you understand? I have to relax, man.
Weird, buddy. You're weird.
So this scene starts with Nate getting shot in the stomach. This makes everything he's about to do like 10 times crazier. I don't want to spoil too much for the people that haven't played this game. Although, I don't know why you haven't played this game. It's been like 16 years. In a nutshell, the train basically like explodes and it starts crashing and stuff. So Nate pretty much just gets knocked out from the impact and he wakes up still on the train. And that gunshot wound is like really bad. You see how much blood there is? Then Nate looks out the window, realizes he's hanging off a damn cliff. The train starts to shake and everything's falling backwards. And he tries to hang on for dear life, but yeah, he just falls. Like, you guys see how crazy this is? So yeah, this whole chapter is just him trying to not die and get up to the top of the train. And he's doing all this with a gunshot wound, by the way. Let that sink in. So he's just climbing, you know, stuff is breaking because, you know, he's Nathan Drake. And he's in like the Himalayas, I'm pretty sure. So it's like freezing cold. And he has to climb pure metal. And he finally gets to the top. So we're like, oh yes, he's safe. But nah, it's Uncharted. He's never safe. Literally the moment he steps on the train, it starts to fall down again. So he's like running vertically. So he jumps and he actually makes it. So bro survived a collapsing train, a gunshot wound, and the freezing cold. And just like Uncharted 1, bro takes like 4 seconds to rest, gets back up and starts going down to business. Alright, it's time for what you guys were probably waiting for. The Uncharted 3 plane scene. Yeah! So this technically counts as 2 scenes because I'm going to be talking about like the beginning part, like how he got on the actual plane, and then the full-on plane part. You guys will see what I'm talking about. So bro is trying to get on a moving plane, right? My man is running after this plane, hoping he can catch up. And just when you think you're way too far, our girl Elena pulls up. And like I said before, the music is not edited in. These two can just do that. So Nate jumps on the car, right? Now I'm gonna need you guys to pay attention to exactly what I'm saying. So you guys are probably wondering, how on earth is Nate gonna get on the plane?
Just get me up to the landing gear.
You guys heard that, right? Landing gear. So bro starts surfing the car, makes it to the landing gear, and he actually jumps on the thing. Even Black Panther couldn't do this. So now bro is successfully on the plane, and that concludes the first half of this whole scene. So right after, he's crawling through some vents, you know, trying to get to the front of the plane, and he gets manhandled by this big behemoth of a dude. So he pins Nate against the wall and gives him an elbow to the chin, and bro gets the dumbest idea ever and decides to open the hatch to the plane. So Nate decides to return the favor with this peewee ass punch. Like, he's chuckling. So Nate tries to go for his gun but gets smacked in the face with his own weapon, bro. Like, that's brutal. And this Hulk looking guy picks Nate up and tries to throw him off the plane. So leaving no choice, they have to fight, right? And tell me why Nate actually has hands to him. Like, look at this ball kick, bro. These devastating ass hooks too. So Hulk tries to headbutt him, but he weaves out the way, and then the knee of doom comes into play. So Nate has a bright idea to release some cargo off the ship to finally get rid of this big ass guy. And let's just say Nate is not the smartest tool in this shed. So now every object on this damn plane wants to get out. So Nate gets hit with like some sort of explosion, and now he's falling as well. He finds something to hang on to, and just look at this, bro. He's hanging off a damn cargo plane. And to make things worse, bro is getting shot at. Like, these guys really want him dead. At this point, he's just trying to climb up, you know, get to the actual base of the plane. And he does make it, actually, for once. Things actually go his way. Yeah, I spoke too soon. So a big ass hole just pops up, and Nate is just hanging on, not trying to get sucked through it. Why are you reaching out to me like I can help you? This whole scene is just insane. Bro is in a free fall, trying to grab anything he can. So he finds a box, and he's like flying towards it like he's Superman. Now this man's grip strength is actually insane, because how is he holding on with one arm? So he finally pulls the cord, and the parachute comes out. And once again, he survived the craziest thing ever. And right after this, bro decides to just aura farm for a good 2 seconds. They cooked with this scene, bro, I'm telling you. Guys, I couldn't find just 2 scenes to talk about in Uncharted 4. Bro, it's actually so hard because every moment of this game is just crazy. So I'm going to be talking about a couple of them, but I'm going to go through them really fast so it's not too long. Alright, number 1, we got the clock tower tower scene. So pretty much Nathan Drake destroys a clock tower because, you know, he breaks everything. So he's like sliding down stuff, dodging things falling from the sky. So he finally gets down. And you know what? Just for fun, just drop a whole gear on them. Next up, we got the chase scene. The context for this scene is that they're just trying to save Sam, who's getting chased by all these cars and stuff. Now this scene is very long, so bear with me. So you're trying to shoot everybody, you know, get him off Sam's cheeks. Pause. Throughout the chase, you have to like jump from car to car because like they start exploding. Eventually you do catch up to him, but right after you get hit with this military grade tank. But Sam, being the good brother he is, comes back for you and you get on his bike. Now this is my favorite part of the chase. So you're trying to get away from this big ass truck and you're just spraying your gun hoping to slow it down. The rest of the chase, Nate is just mag dumping this truck. Like, how do you have this much ammo, bro? So they do destroy it because Sam hits the cleanest Akira slide ever. It was so fire the whole truck exploded. So next thing I want to talk about is the tower collapse scene. I don't know what to call this. So pretty much the tower that Sam and Nate are climbing down gets hit by like multiple rocket launchers, because why not? So they have to get through burning buildings and stuff like that, and they're getting hit with countless explosions and stuff. Like at this point they're just sliding down a whole cliff. They're hanging on to buildings by ropes while dodging rocket launchers. Like right here they're just running through a building that's falling off a cliff, and just as they thought they made it, nah, a dude with a machine gun. I mean, they do eventually make it, but this whole scene was just really chaotic. Now, there are way more scenes I can be talking about, like this ballroom scene, but I think if I make this video longer, you guys are gonna get bored, so kind of don't want to do that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it. I grew up with the Uncharted games, so this whole series has a special place in my heart. And comment down below if you want to see more videos like this. Like if you want me to go over another game, movie, TV show. I mean, I can even go over the Constitution if you guys want. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. So thank you again for watching. I don't know what else to say, so see you guys in the next video. I'm so stupid.